were talking a little earlier about how you've deployed your 1 millionth robot. And on a week like Prime Week, if you'll give us the liberty to call it that, how do you see these robots really taking off to meet demand? And do you see them carving new ways for you to start serving customers?
Yeah, so super proud of some of the accomplishments we've had here in the robotics team. A big part of what's happening is part of a super important 4-day Prime Day event for us today. One of the things that we know is important to our employees is to have a safe and productive work experience. Obviously, the robots that my team works on are aimed at providing them with the tools that they need to deliver on a really big Prime Day that we're looking forward to and just kicking off here on this first day.
How strong are these robots? As you're developing them too, ultimately, how much weight are they supposed to be carrying?
Yeah, they can. Each one of those robots can lift over 1,000 pounds, right? So one of the things that they do, as you can see here in some of the videos, is they move our mobile shelving pods around. That's great because that means it eliminates walking for our employees. So they might have to walk many steps through the warehouse every day. The robot can help them do that, and some of the mobile robots that you see here in the video are doing that. We also have manipulating robots, robots that can do things like pick up customer orders and sort them and pack them into containers. And that's, again, great for our employees. It eliminates some of the repetitive motion, some of the heavy lifting, and provides our employees with that great work environment and a safer work environment for them and delivering a big day like today as part of Prime Day.
I'm curious if you could kind of talk about also the evolution of this. Obviously, your perch at Amazon was largely through an acquisition, a robotics company that effectively really did transform these warehouses. I think that is just a fact. It's not an opinion. When you talk about just the efficiencies and being able to find things, bring them out to the workers to pack up and move on. But that was quite some time ago. I think 2012, that acquisition was, so more than basically a dozen years ago. And it now raises a question as to what's the next step, Scott? I know we've talked a lot in this program about humanoid robots, robots that are a lot more functional than just those low squat things that we just saw rolling around on the screen there. How far do you think this actually goes?
Yeah, we think the sky's the limit here, right? I think we have a great opportunity ahead of us, taking some of the types of robots that we have today. So those are the mobility robots that again we've seen moving products around, the manipulators that we see moving products and packages around our facilities. These are great tools for our employees, again, to keep them safe, to keep them productive, and provide them with a great work environment. You mentioned humanoids. It's a question we get a lot. It's an area we're interested in all different types and form factors of robots, but again, there's a lot of space in between the robots that we have today and the humanoid robot, and we think that one of the most important investments as part of that is a little less about the physical embodiment of the robot, but how important artificial intelligence is going to be as part of that, right? This is something that is really helping us make the robotic experience and the tools that we provide to our employees better, again, for their work environment. The robots can be smarter, more intelligent, and help them collaboratively in the roles that they're doing on site.
So we'll explain a little bit more on the AI side of this, Scott. So we're talking now, I mean, basically the robots that you have right now effectively do whatever you tell it to do. Is the idea that you think it can evolve to the point where they can make decisions on their own? Is that an overstatement?
Yeah, I think what we're excited by is the ability of, if you think of what we do in an Amazon environment, we have to deal with a huge variation of products. We sell 300 million different types of products, and to have a robot that can deal with that variation requires an intelligence that's not commonly found today. And that's one of the places where we're really excited that artificial intelligence can help build and extend the capabilities of our robots, just dealing with the huge variety of things that we see in the types of environments that we have in our warehouses. Again, aimed at helping our employees really deliver a great experience to our customers, finding the price and the selection that they want off our website.
What's the math like? At the end of the day, are there very specific cost savings you can see from using these robots?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, our first and foremost, we're focused on safety. We're also focused on productivity, making the work experience of our employees even better. We're super proud of some of the new jobs that it's creating and for our employees as well too. One of the ones I love to talk about is you can imagine as we put more robots into our warehouses, we need people like car mechanics, right? And they're robotics maintenance technicians. And these are places where we're investing a lot in upskilling our employees to develop new skills to deal with this new robotic world.
I'm curious, Scott, where are you able to make these robotics? There's obviously been a lot of talk in Washington, of course, about reshoring a lot of manufacturing. And I know that some of the projects in the past that Amazon has worked on in this space did rely on domestic manufacturing to some extent. Is that a big part of what you're using right now?
Yeah, Romain, I'm glad you asked that question because I'm actually sitting here in a facility outside of Boston, Massachusetts. We have, I just came up from the robotic manufacturing facility here where we actually built the millionth robot that you talked about earlier. A great opportunity, great team, an advanced manufacturing team here that has actually built all the mobile robots that we have in the worldwide network today, right here in the United States.